Thank you. You're welcome. What a lad.
Trying to buy one from Stocks. This one over
Is it heavy?
It's like a fucking trip.
Your wrist.
I was actually worried about it splitting on the fucking bus.
We got Vince, against Robbie, Sunderland. So I just grabbed Vince. Vince comes from the chat. Hey, Vinny. I'll give that to the boss. You know, I have that one, mate, and I'll spend it. Vinny, we've been here many times before.
Yep.
It's an exciting match playing against a nice young Qist.
Yep.
How do you feel?
Feel good. Yeah. The young fella is a very good player, so yeah. And I know I'm gonna have to play him on my best to beat him. Otherwise, he's gonna flog me.
Okay. And have you put a bit of practice in for this one?
I had a few with the young boys at my side, like Kyle and Josh Hands.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, well, you got some good practice partners.
Yeah.
I wish you the best, Vinny.
Thank you,
and
brother.
I look forward to seeing you go well.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, young fella.
Alrighty, how you going?
How are you, mate?
Good.
Yeah, exciting stuff, actually. I've been looking forward to this match because it's your first dance.
It is my first dance, yeah. Yep.
When we were watching my game, you were sitting back, and I was just trying to let you know the feelings that we do go through when we're playing these money matches, and it's important to know because you're going to feel some of those things tonight. You know, whether it's good or it's bad, things creep into your game.
Yeah, of course.
And then it's good to talk to an experienced player how you're feeling and how they would deal with it and how you can deal with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to you playing tonight. Have you put in much practice?
Yeah, I've been for once I've put in some practice to it, so.
Yeah. Well, you're one of the young guns in Queensland, there's no doubt. There's plenty of people that are going to be watching this tonight, looking forward to letting your arm go.
Yeah.
And showing people what you got.
Will do.
Good on you, buddy. All the best.
Cheers, Reed. Thank you.
Okay. We'll just the whole time. I was muted.
So I fixed it up now.
So that whole interview didn't work.
Well, they wouldn't have heard you, they wouldn't have heard them, but that's all right.
Okay.
They only heard the important people.
Okay. I'm joined with me 5'8" Chris Furner. Just got to know Chris just recently. Lovely fella. An incredible pool game, and I'm looking forward to him dancing tonight.
I'm looking forward to going myself as well, mate.
Yep. And mate, we've had a bit of a hit lately, and we've rolled a few around, and I haven't got to see a whole heap of your ability, but I can see that you got the good Q action, and looks like you've been in Q sports for a number of years.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, mate, I played snooker most of my.
Does he need this?
Oh yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, so obviously I've been in snooker all my junior years. Came to Australia probably when I was about 22. Hadn't picked up a cue for 15 years. All of a sudden last year I ran into Alex Crook. Shout out to Alex Crook. And I've been at Ipswich all year and thoroughly enjoyed myself.
So this is you know the venue real well. So
I know the venue. I know the people. The people that run this venue are fantastic. Yeah, and I'm just looking forward to.
All the best of luck.
Thanks, Reedy. Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
See you, mate.
Hey, big Robbie.
Hello, Reedy. How you going?
Grab this big fella, mate. thank you for joining Rudy's Q Sports again for another match. It's been a while.
My pleasure. It was happy to play.
How long has it been since you've played in one of these? It's
One
been
of these?
a couple of years, but I'm not
I think
sure.
it was only 2 cards ago, maybe.
It was only 2 cards ago.
This year.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, sitting with me now in the commentary is Robbie Sunderland, who is one of the up-and-coming, really good young players. I think, how old are you, mate?
25.
25 years old. He's only a baby. But by the time he's my age, he would have won 5, 6, 7, 8 Australian titles.
We'll see.
But I wish him all the best of luck tonight, and enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
And have a drink later.
Cheers, will do. Cheers.
Thank you, mate. And I think that's all we got for now. And we wish the players all the best of luck. I'll be joined with my friend Jay Windross in the commentary, and we'll watch a bit of pool. I'll go and get him a drink, and he'll be happy then. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the pool.
I'm having gold. Just got our referee. Reedy's just talking the players and the referee through conditions. And on table 2, just give me a second. So guys, I am back. You're gonna have to listen to me again. Make sure you message in the chat. Oh, Reedy was very nice enough to get me a beverage, so I'm looking forward to him joining me. Where is he? There he is. He's wandering across the cameras here. Come on, old mate. Come join me.
Hey, Dales, you give me a kiss and win it.
Yeah, get this on the
No extensions.
Hello, Reedy.
I got that off James Haynes.
Yeah, that's yeah.
The 52 in the ref that match beforehand.
20,
There was like
20
3 of them.
25 each. Give it to.
So I'll get some change.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
And you're just going to give Wall 100.
Just
Yes.
Is he muted?
yeah. I kind of want to put the mic on just so we can hear what he's getting up to. So everyone can hear what we have to put up with.
Are you doing 25 each?
25.
Emily and Reese.
What are the 25 each? All sorted.
We'll get you off mute, Reedy. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're
She reckons
where
I'm-
you should be.
she reckons
the
I'm
wrong
not-
side of the camera.
She reckon, yeah, but look, I know. So I've got to look at this. I don't like it in this spot.
Okay, well I'll swap with you.
So-
Actually, no, I don't want to swap because I need access to the computer. So
Can I just?
here, put that in your pocket. You know how to mute this now, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
So keep that with you, and you can roam around.
I only just want to be here.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want to go, mate.
Okay. Oh. Is that?
Yeah, I've turned it off so we don't have to
Okay.
look at it.
Yeah, glad to be in here watching a bit of pool tonight. Obviously, there's a few complaints about the keep, as you can imagine. I mean, Ipswich are doing their best.
Well, they brought in an industrial air conditioner, so they've actually gone out all out.
Yeah.
So, kudos to them, well done. Marcus Schubert, money matches tonight. We just had another two now. There were two more in the background, was that right, Reedy?
Two
other money matches going in the
there was
background
about
that weren't
four. It
streamed?
might have been three or four.
Yep.
Just little $200 and
Yep.
$500. Actually,
very nice.
there was $1,000.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. So, there were a few on tonight. We're only streaming the two that we had before and the two now.
Where are they?
Rack 'em up. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to hearing your suggestions on who's going to win. Reedy, do you have any? Are you picking any favourites here?
I mean, I like to. I like to most of the time sit on the fence.
Yep. I've heard that about you.
I just want some nice pool.
Yep.
Some
Entertaining
nice,
pool.
Some nice pool.
Yep.
There's obviously possible favourites in both matches, maybe.
Okay.
Who do you like?
Well, Jayden's first ever money match on your card. Has been wanting to get on one for a while to test himself, to get his game into a better place, and what better place to do it than on a money match, on a stream with some money on the line, a bit of his own little pocket money on there as well. So good on him.
It's tough on the lights, Jay.
Yep.
Jay, I know you've done a few,
Yep.
or at least one that I know of on my cards.
We've done a couple.
And you've handled the situation really well. But just tonight for myself, I found it tough conditions.
Mm-hmm.
I found it. You can't. It's pretty hard to play your best pool when your cue's not going through your hand properly.
You feel it biting rather than being nice and smooth.
It's a sticky.
Yeah.
I feel if you're a bit nervous too, it makes you even hotter inside.
Yeah. The old heart's pumping a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Put that in the thing underneath.
Marcus likes Jayden and Robbie for the wins, so thank you, Marcus.
Is that Marcus?
Marcus Schubert. We'll see you.
Marcus Schubert. He's
We'll see you tomorrow.
One of my good pals.
We'll see you tomorrow. He's playing, I'm pretty sure. But Jayden playing against a guy who plays a lot of pool and plays in a lot of situations like this.
And he's played that well. He's
played really well.
Disturbed it there
Yeah.
and got the ball out.
Yeah, he played it really well. So he's played someone who's played a lot of pool in Vince. So a challenging match for him, especially if you want to put pressure on yourself. I think someone like Vince is a tough match. So good on him.
And I can just see a touch of nerve there in his queuing because he just rolled through an extra, say, 10 centimetres.
Yep.
And now it's not the easiest ball to track to get onto this one.
I've seen a bit of Robbie play, but I haven't seen much of Chris play. So this one's not one that I can really pick.
Chris is a
English.
yeah. Wait up. Oh, he's played that really lovely.
What a shot.
He's played that really nice. Has
Are
he?
you,
Nice
are you
control.
dropping this in, or are you running past
Running
the
through
8
and
bar?
taking it. Well, I can't see angles, but if there is angles, we're just doing what he did,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and he's played it really well. Chris is a 2-time 147 ranked snooker player.
Ah, so he can hit a ball.
Well,
So he's good on the reds.
well, I tell you, 147s are pretty hard.
That's 15. That's all 15 reds, isn't it?
Yeah, 15 reds.
Yeah.
And this might see how he's feeling.
Vinny got down to the 8 ball that last frame and obviously left it on the table. So Jayden's just cleaned up there.
Yeah, here's the black here from Chris.
Nice straight elbow, nice straight arm,
Yep.
but not able to knock that in.
You obviously seen me start off nervous, and I was wondering what you would have said in the commentary about that. Did you say what were you saying?
A couple of unnatural things for you were you were jumping up on a few shots.
Oh,
You-
okay. So
A couple of chicken wings here and there.
a couple of chicken wings,
But I think your shot selection was a little bit not there to what it normally would be.
bit skew with.
I think more. I think you probably favoured yourself a little bit too much in that tussle, and I think you weren't really putting enough pressure on yourself to execute. I think you felt like you were going to win before you started.
Okay.
So it's you got that one. Chris got that one. So I just it just took me a little while to get into it.
Which side's Chris on?
It doesn't matter. It's on the screen, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I just think
It's always good.
I just think you did. I just don't think you settled straight in. I feel like it just took you a little while to get in, and I think that's why you found. But as soon as you rattled that ball, I think you were like, "Oh, hang on, here we go."
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you started settling in. You started playing. You sort of you had your flow. You had your ready waddle. You got up.
No, it's called the. I'm trying to think of what it's called. There's the reedy waddle.
Reedy waddle,
Yeah. No,
Go around the table.
yeah, okay. He is cueing a delightful ball at the minute. He's cueing it nice.
I've been playing a heavy amount of snooker as Jayden, so and you can hear it in his cue. You can hear his tip being very tingy, very hard tip. But he's definitely cueing well.
Obviously, I think he's got to take. I think he's got to take the ball he's closest to, guys, because to get onto this red, there's a bit of traffic. He's such a good potter that he can just bang it into the top right-hand pocket.
I'd be knocking it in down here in the bottom left here.
Yeah. Well, either
Come
way,
off the side right,
either
yeah.
way. But he might track this. Let's have a look. Okay, that'll do. That'll do.
Very nice control already. Thank you, Michael, Jayden and Chris for Michael.
Now, if you're Vinny here, Jayden's missed one near the pocket. Now, you've got to. It's quite a tricky one. I mean,
Vinny's a grinder though.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
make
so-
it work for it.
you can swing it around the angles and try and leave it on the back rail behind the other two, which is tough. And that's after turning it over. I can't tell how big the gap is. Okay.
That's a result. That's not bad. I'm guessing Jayden's just going to nick off his red ball and just pop the yellow in.
And try and get
Turn the table
try
over.
and get the snook as well.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to get the snooker. The cue ball's tracking towards the. Once it comes off the red and it's the yellow, it's sort of tracking towards the centre of the table. I think you just got to turn over, leave the red there, and just leave Vinny a long ball.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think you're getting the snooker here.
Okay. Well, it's a double kiss snooker if you're going for it. It was sort of, it's hard to explain, but you know, when these frames get scrappy with Vinny and Jayden, I feel Vinny will win more.
Yep. You reckon he's got a little bit more B plan?
I just think he's probably going to be a little bit better scrapper.
Yep.
At this stage.
A little bit better B planner than a A planner.
Yeah. But the problem is that if you leave this young kid nearly anything, he just likes to knock him in off the rafters.
He's got range. He's got range.
Yeah,
he's got range.
Here we got
a little bit tough up against the rail. Feel like they're high rails. He's not going beautifully. And that's he's landed pretty plumb.
Well,
and 2-0 up.
If he happens to win today against Vinny, I know it's his first one, but people are just say, hey, Brendan Cantors and all the big players, they're all going to say, hey, do you want to go? Because he's at that standard.
Yep.
I think I actually wanted to set you up with him. You said
yes,
no.
You did. Yes, you did. I told Jayden that, and I told Belinda that, and I said, not a hope in hell I'm playing him. He's too good for me.
Good player.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris reckons Jayden for the win. Chris Jeffrey, thank you for joining us. Fantastic work with the junior. You must be so proud with how well Jayden's been going, and most of the juniors that have played under you over the years. Oh, he's got a bad kiss there as Robbie and just gone in off and left Chris another easy cleanup. And a very simple finish.
10 a.m. start is fine.
Now, this gives us a good idea of what and how well Jayden's playing. Look at the cue ball from distance, but I'm interested to see, as you said, like how his scrap game goes, how his B grade, how his B game goes.
It's very important. Very.
No, give it to Jones. I'm not doing it. She's
And so Reedy, we'll go back to your match here. You're 2-0 down, and it's your break.
Yeah.
And you don't get a ball again, and you see your opponent get to the table with the opportunity to go 3-0 up. Robbie's in this situation right now. He's 2-0 down, coughed up a couple of frames, didn't get a ball. This was his first opportunity.
Well, I knew that it wasn't going well for me, but I believed that it was going to come good. I just need to settle myself.
Yep.
The nerves were there.
Yep.
It's pretty normal. I didn't know how he played, and then we got Seagull in the background.
Yeah. We got a Seagull.
It's chirping up.
Oh, yes, you can hear him flying around. He thinks he's got a chip on the shoulder. And we got chips on our shoulder, and he's come to try and pick one up. The Seagull.
So the key is to sort of just run with it, and even if it takes 4 or 5,
yep.
You hope it doesn't. and you might miss a few early, but even if it takes 4 or 5 frames, 4 or 5 nil down, you're not gone.
Yep.
You might be gone in pockets, maybe, right? Because it's only a 7, but here it's a race to 11, and then when it kicks in, you know, and then you run with it.
So you're 2-0 down, you've copped up the table, you get back.
Well, he had a shot for 3-0.
Yeah,
so,
he did. He jawed the 8 ball. But when you're in that situation there, are you hoping just to have balls out in the open just so you can knock a few balls in, feel what it's like to pot some balls, getting a bit of motion, whether you lose the frame or not? Are you just potting balls for the sake of potting balls just to get yourself the feeling like I'm getting some rhythm, I'm feeling better, and then when I get an opportunity, I'm going to tighten up and I'm going to go for it?
Mate, I don't like that theory.
Yep.
And the reason I don't like that theory is if you're not feeling good and then you're just trying to pot balls for the hell of it, and you might take a long one on, you miss that long one again, and then you haven't done anything for your confidence. So what I'd like to do is, there's nothing wrong with taking on what you're saying, taking on your hard balls and that, but what I think is, when you're doing that, is you play a bit of pot safety.
Yep.
To let that arm go. So track the white to a nice soft, a nice safe area, so that it doesn't really matter if you miss the ball or not, just to get your arm going and start getting some confidence. Because if you just take balls on willy-nilly and you're missing and you're handing away frames, each frame that you lose takes away that just small bit of confidence, and that's sometimes all it can take. Sometimes I've been in matches where it's a race to 21 and I haven't settled.
Yep.
The whole match, I just haven't been me. And I've been in races to 7 where I've settled straight away.
Yep.
Sometimes you just can't settle.
So you're wanting to you're essentially wanting to make that frame go for as long as possible. You're saying, like, you want to be in that frame for a while, drag it out, get a lot of table time in that frame, try and get as much table time as you can in the one frame to get yourself sort of in a zone or into the match, or just starting to get settled. You're trying to drag that frame out as long as possible, get as many visits as you can.
The first game was a sort of a settler. There was many misses, there was many chances. That's where I was trying to settle, and I was just hitting balls around, but I didn't settle. But then if you get into a negative mindset and you're just chipping balls around and playing snookers and stuff, when you need to pot them, you can't pot them.
Yep. Okay.
Because you've got the negative mindset.
Yep.
You're now thinking safety every time, and when you need to pot a big one, you can't pot one.
Robbie's got a really good opportunity to clear up a missed opportunity here from Chris. Balls are all out in the open. A couple of little toughies up the top, but he's got linking balls to be able to link it like half his way down, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. He's almost killed one.
Hasn't he got a lovely cue action, Big Robbie?
He does.
Get through the ball, awesome. That's one thing my coach is big on. You've got to get through the ball, and when I'm struggling, I jab.
Yeah.
And I don't get through the ball, and there's chicken wings and
little left, right, good nights, and it just doesn't.
All
just
sorts.
doesn't follow through, yeah.
He gets through the ball well.
Absolutely. So just a reminder, guys, as we sit here, the commentary, we're watching it from the same position you guys are, but live. The table that's on the left is actually table 1. Is actually, Vinny, what a shot! Is actually on the right side, and table 2 is actually on the left side. So, as you see on the stream, as we watch it,
brother?
as you see it on the stream, table 1 is on the left, table 2 is on the right. In front of us, it's actually the other way around. So it's a little bit confusing sometimes. Playing with Nessie's OCD, but that's okay. We're all right with that. Robbie's got a bit of a choice here, which tells me he didn't really map this out the way he wanted to map it. A little bit of a funny angle here. Might just need a sort of drag, maybe a bit of a stun across the table, take the red into the bottom right corner. If not, you possibly take it, come across to the side rail, take it to the bottom left. 8 ball's a little bit trickier. It's not as easy if you're 2-0 up, you're probably not too worried. But this is a situation where the 8 ball's out in the open. You don't want to give your opponent opportunity.
Nice little confidence builder for Vinny.
Are you the Robbie here? Are you leaving yourself a double, or are you?
No, I'm just stunning over, mate.
Yeah.
Stunning over. I think he's got some angle there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovely shot.
And you know what? He's hit that like a dream.
He's hit that really well.
Sundays at 78.
Top 6 on every table. Oh, he's missed. Oh no. Fortunately, the 8s sort of landed a little lucky. It's still an opportunity to cut this in, but going against the map is going to be tough.
People in this situation, they miss blacks and that, and it just goes to show it doesn't matter who you are. Mm-hmm. It's just you're fighting your own demons.
Yep.
Okay. I've seen Mick Hill miss those. I've seen the best in the world, but I find that obviously they miss a whole heap less.
Yep.
But you'll find that most of these misses are right at the start, maybe the first frame, the first 2, and right at the end.
Yep.
Obviously,
the hardest frames to win.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking to play safe here. If I'm
you're touching up against it hard? Or?
No, I'm just clipping off it, right, and then sending the white down the. No. I'm not doing that. I'm just sort of feathering it thin and putting the white at the other end of the table and creating distance. Okay, so I'm just letting the white go down. So do you understand? Just cut it a little.
Yep. Absolutely. No, I get it. I'm probably playing it into the bottom rail and pushing it towards the side rail, the opposite side rail. Leaving the white dead on the bottom rail, pushing it to the other side rail, rather than going around, because you're chipping that ball out in the open if you're playing it at pace to send it to the top end of the table.
It's one of those shots that if you're pretty, good eyes, good touch, you've got angle, you've only just got to feather it against the back rail and you just let the white travel. And anywhere going down this way, you're going to be safe anyway. I don't want to leave him a possible chance of a double, because if you leave him fat, he'll have a crack at a bit of a hot safety double. I'd rather create distance and get that white right down on the back fence.
Mark McAleer, thank you for joining. It is going to be an absolute ring dinger. Pardon the pun, but a ring dinger.
Is that like a snorter?
Yeah, a ring dinger.
Ring dinger.
A ring dinger.
You looking for one of these?
No, I'd probably mute. You're going to start chewing on food and maybe mute your mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be crunching on those. Sorry, I've just muted the mic for Reedy just to smash some shapes.
No, I'm ready to go.
And I'll wait till he's finished smashing those things down, because great shot. Weighted that perfectly to knock that in the centre. And then the 8 ball more than likely in the same pocket, if not the 8 ball in the top right corner.
What do we got? 3-1?
Juicy match. Juicy. Probably a good opportunity here. All balls out in the open. Can really make a statement here. I think he's overplayed that. I think that was. I think he could have just dropped that in and used the angle for this one in the centre here to get to the top rail. I don't think he needed to play that. Could have dropped that in, left himself a little low.
Yeah, that's fine, Nessie. That's perfect.
Clever little turnover shot there.
And it's a very crucial turnover because Robbie needs to pot a ball to stay alive.
And if he doesn't pot this, he leaves Chris on his hard ball, which is the yellow that's inside the balk in this bottom right corner.
And I reckon it rolled off on him. But anyway.
You reckon he played a little bit of side on that? A little bit hitting the side, just didn't hit the middle of the ball?
It did seem to take a dive, but hard to know. Chris plays with a lot of fluency.
Yep. Played it hard enough.
No, I actually like the shot better. You know what I like? I like the smother now. Now that I'm starting to learn the rules a bit better, instead of the turnover, I want to use that shot later on in the frame.
Give yourself the option of
later on,
possibly a stalemate situation.
Well, just I can use that to hit his ball in later when there's more balls down, and I leave him nothing. I get it now, early in the frame. I don't know. Leave it there for later on and use it later when you can snooker him and maybe get ball in hand because he can't get out.
Okay.
Like that theory?
Yeah. Look, I'm a student of the game still as well. It's good to learn all the time.
Got a tricky shot here, Furner.
I think a bit of drag or a bit of bottom left.
You know how I'm playing it? I'm playing it in with bottom, and I just bottom and just play confidently straight across.
Our ranks went all the way, 11-10.
Who won? Me. Okay. What done, mate?
He's undercut that. Yeah, he's undercut it.
No, did you see Furner's? You throw a handbag at it?
Yeah, he just undercut it and just went hard at it.
We all do.
Yeah, it just didn't seem smooth or crisp like he has been.
But you need Robbie to jump on this.
Yeah, Robbie I think will just drop this in, take the one down the bottom left, screw back a little bit to the right side. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised he ran through that. I would have just dropped that in dead weight. Now he's going to have to run down the tape.
That's all right.
No, I didn't like it.
They're just a touch trickier than the Q Master tables.
Yeah.
That side.
We'll just give us a second. We're just going to fix up Reddy's mic.
4-0 to Chris.
4-0. 4-0 to Chris.
Only because he's talking this way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to change the side that it's on, and that way, when it's clipped on him, otherwise it's going to be upside down. I've put it on the same way. I've had a mare here. Needs to go on that way. I don't know what I've done here. Needs to go on that way. All right, are we sorted?
We're sorted.
Yeah, I think we're sorted. All right, we're back. Reedy's back.
Jay, you looking forward to the weekend, mate?
Absolutely.
I know you haven't played.
Yeah, I haven't been playing much at all. You know, went to your place.
What? Oh yeah. We're 50 up. Okay.
Went to your place obviously for the Calcutta, and I thought I might sneak onto the table and have a bit of it, but just didn't get around to it. So that would have probably been my
too
first
busy
hit for a week
running
and a
comps and organising
Calcuttas
and stuff.
creating draws and.
Well done again for that last night, mate.
So I know
Wouldn't have happened without you. Imagine if I had to try and do it.
It probably would have run smoothly, just the way you wanted it to.
Mate, we would have been on A4 paper.
Would have been in bright. Oh,
Lots of scribbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jayden. Got a possible tester here.
And my new favourite purchase.
These.
Fuck the Yeti. Excuse me.
We've got to take a quick call off the coach.
All right.
So sorry.
Just mute yourself. There you go.
Go. Brent, you're fine. You're muted.
Hello, mate.
Just don't get it caught on the chair.
Yeah, he's all right.
No, you're fine. Go away.
Wow, this is yeah, and then you got a call that time. This is you can't script this sort of stuff when Reedy's around. He is unbelievable. You sit there and you say, could you imagine if this happened? And he'll do it. Absolutely crazy. Chris Inoff on his last red. Robbie really needs this to settle down. He would have liked a couple of yellows out in the open. See, for Robbie, I'd be myself in this situation. I would be taking the one that's at top right, that's on the rail. I'd be attempting to pot it and screwing back down the table, leaving no shot on the 8. That way, if I'm on this. And all of a sudden this out is getting harder and harder and harder. When you're 4-0 down and you're in the situation here, I still believe that should have been his first ball. It's now been his last ball and his hardest ball. You pretty much have a free shot at it. Trying to pot it and then screw down the table. If you miss it, you're not leaving anything on. If you pot it, then you can still play a pot safety. You can play another safety. And more, I would say a confidence boosting out as well, because it wasn't a simple one. So a good one to get underneath his belt there. Missed out, he doesn't care. He just does what he does to get the win. Christian's going off in the centre. Another nice split. So I've gone off in the hole, so there. A little bit tough. Yellow's probably the better colour, but. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff, for the round of drinks. Thank you. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know if red's the best or yellow's the best. As I said, talking to Reedy before, I haven't been playing that much recently, and he's underhit that a lot. I haven't been playing much recently, so I'm not reading the balls that well. I'm not reading the angles that well. Vinny just needs to just slice this in, run off the 2 rails, making sure he just avoids the path of that yellow towards the 8 ball. Leave yourself in the top right corner, and you might find him just run through this naturally. Oh, he's gone quite hard. Oh dear. Oh, he's overplayed that a lot. I'm quite surprised at how hard he's hit that. Jayden. And one that got away from Vinny there. Someone of his calibre, a very simple out. Catching opportunity. Guys, apologies. We'll come back. We'll try and fix up the issue, and we'll get back to you.
What are we struggling with on both players, is it? Or
No, we're apologies with the stream, guys. We're trying to fix it up, but as you said, it's a little bit out of our control. Just the cell tower's just not strong enough through the concrete walls. So we're trying our best at the moment.
I think they're working on it now. Okay. Something with the cell towers not going through the walls.
So we're getting good enough through the stream. It's just we're not getting good enough through here, which is the internet connection. So the streaming software has given us good enough. Now we've got excellent connection.
We're back on or not yet?
Hopefully we're back on. Yeah, it's apologies guys. We're trying our best. As I said, we're very thick concrete building, almost like a converted car park. So it's
Coach gave
not
me
amazing.
Coach
Did he give you a serving?
Gave me a 9.
A 9 out of 10?
He said obviously early it was.
He saw something that we didn't see, obviously.
Obviously the early stuff I thought was a 3. But after all that, I said, mate, you're being too nice. He says, bullshit, that was grand. So, I don't know. Anyway, who cares about that?
Thank you, Marcus. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't need percentage, you just need wins, don't you?
You do.
And, being 2-0 down possibly could have been 3-0 down to get back and win. Another good finish to Robbie, but getting it back to 4-2.
4-2. Did you pick this one up?
No, that would be the Jeffro, Jelly Jeff Gannon.
For the road?
Here he is.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen, Jeff, I want you to just jump in here for a second. Yeah, no. I want you to jump in with Jay. I've got to do a poo.
Jay seems to be enough at the smashes and everything, right? Like this is
Reedy's had a mare here.
Okay.
Reedy's had a mare.
Sorry, mate. I've never been great at it.
Oh,
I've
jeez.
never ever rated myself at it.
Oh, he's a special one, is the Reedmeister. Let's whack this on here. Jeff Gannon's fresh off his win in the last match. Has joined me in the commentary box. Welcome.
just spent about $100 on drinks.
So you should. He's cashed up.
And I'm the designated driver, so
good boy. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I reckon the way that you're playing at the moment, I reckon one of these boys might be your next money match.
Yeah, listen, I actually thought that I might have been close to Robbie. Robbie's probably played quite a few money games, but the times that I've played him in Queensland Cup, we've had some really good contests and everything like that. So, it'd be interesting. A Neil Armstrong maybe, but yeah, as I said, I think that definitely, there is probably a little bit of a jump, but as I said, I still need to work on my game and everything like that. I'm not fully happy with it, but, Jay, you've seen me play and that, like, outside of here, and yeah, for some reason I feel like I'm not playing to what I should be, but anyway, I'm getting the wins.
That's what it means. Just got to get the win. Yep. Jayden's just crafting outs here and just making it look quite simple. This is thank you SRT Live. Michael Jones, mate, hopefully everything comes back on for you. Unfortunately, I've been inside, so I've missed the hail, I've missed the storm. Hopefully I don't have any holes in my windscreen in the car outside, so hopefully it didn't hit us too hard. But all the best. Hopefully everything comes back. Jayden's first money match, just turned 18, rising junior, playing a lot of snooker. He's just an absolute genius.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of him on some of the live streams and that with snooker, with some of the junior Queensland tournaments, and also with some of the billiard tournaments and everything like that. So can definitely play. So yeah. Haven't seen a lot of his 8-ball, but as you know, and that, like if you're playing on the big tables, one sideways shot is nearly the length here, and that, and there's a lot of good players that do practice on the snooker tables and are able to play this game very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'd think that would help his range potting as well. It's Vinny's got to be really clever with the safeties and the shots he leaves Jayden, because as you said, an up and down is sort of across the table here, so it definitely plays in Jayden's hands. Long safety balls for us common ball playing folk. It's a tough shot, but someone of his calibre and the way that he plays and how well he cues, it's definitely a.
And we we're just having a chat about billiards and everything when everything light and trying to get your wide
learning angles.
Well, with only 3 balls on the table, so
yeah. A little bit of a scrappy one coming up.
Yep.
But
there is that little plant on the top left, and if Jayden potentially can even,
it looks like he might be doing it now. He's sort of screwing here. No, look at this.
I think potentially in that he can get that yellow down the rail and everything like that.
Yep.
I think he has to go for this bottom corner, which he's looking at now. I think he'll try to come back for the centre ball.
Oh wow!
It's very hard to say whether he's on it, but
he's definitely on it. He's definitely on it.
Well, he needs.
It's coming straight down. He's going to have to create a bit of distance, hopefully to create some angle, which he's checked to stop the cue ball from travelling too fast. So clever shot.
Yep.
Really clever shot.
Yeah,
this is a natural pop. Messi.
So here, just with this here with Vince, and that if this was me, I'd be playing the 2 red plant, just pop that, leaving the white up the table and that with the red, so that both pockets are covered for the black. He's playing this first shot. It'll be interesting to see what he does with this second shot here. This is the shot that I'm talking about now, and try to leave the white ball up the table, but he's a bit straight on it. I would have liked a bit more angle.
I'm using that cannon that he just played and trying to drive the cue ball into. I reckon he's hit that so hard that red ball has changed. Nessie.
Let's see what he's trying here, Vince. I think there is a gap. I don't know. It's hard to see. Yep, he played it for the gap. There was a big gap. It's a nice shot by Vince. Nice natural angle and that.
Tomorrow, so you can wear tank tops and thongs if you choose. Yes!
He's played that with a little bit of right hand side instead of playing with a little bit of top left or just top. And Chris on the other table has played a defensive shot. Probably would have liked to leave that a little bit on the cushion, but
Sort of stuck there.
He's got the snooker. He's played a very nice snooker. That's not easy to get out of, that is.
Nessie. We're having big issues. Robbie's let himself down on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, he's normally strong with those doubles, Robbie is. Jayden's pulled off nearly a massive shot.
One to
Chris moves ahead now to 5. That's a nice shot by Vince. Good finish there by Vince in the end. So a couple of balls, give him a little bit of confidence and everything like that. So.
one to Vince, please.
Jayden breaking. Hasn't left too much in that for Vince with that break.
We're sitting at 5-2 on both tables.
Sorry, that's the snooker player. That's not a bad snooker. Chris? Never used to play.
But while the score's the same, 2 tails of 2 different matches, Vince and Jayden have been quite precise and actually well controlled with their cueing and their position and their plotting, whereas quite a few mistakes happening on table two.
That's a nice shot by Vince. Good first red. That'll give him a bit of confidence in that shot there.
Yep.
So, and the reds are all there. Just hasn't hit that wrong side of the pocket, but Chris has got a few reds. He's got a little bit tricky here. Bit of bottom right here and everything like to get onto the ball, and he's landed.
It's Christmas, so you've got to put that extra.
He's come through those yellows and that, and he's.
What a result!
That's a great result he's got.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
What a result! Like
that's an
how has he
unbelievable
managed
result.
to just land there.
Yeah.
That is absolutely supreme.
Yeah, you'd think going into those yellows and everything like he gets snookered there, but yeah, it's come out very well for him. So, but sometimes in that when you've got a little bit of a lead and that, sometimes the luck sometimes rolls your way as well, you know. So. And that's a nice shot by Vince there. That's going to pull up perfectly for that. Just drop this in. A little bit of unlucky queuing and everything like just queuing over those yellows and that, but he can just drop it in dead weight. In fact,
I'd be taking this red in the bottom right corner. It's sort of a tricky ball to land on, so yeah, I thought he might take this one first.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that the red actually passes below.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. That's right.
Or he can even take the one that's over
even
the
take
pocket
the one over there, yeah, and come
land
back
in the same spot. Yep.
Exactly. I kind of like your choice first there, mate. And then with this shot here and everything like that, I'd be coming down the right-hand side of the table, and that, so bring it back towards where his body is.
Perfect angle.
Yep, and that's perfect, and it's coming up absolutely fat for the black in the corner. That's exactly where he needed to be. Could have gone a couple more balls, you know, a couple more rolls, but should get this.
Crafted this one very nicely. There's Vinny.
No. And Vince has got the last two frames in a row. Score 5-3. Looks like they're having a little bit of a break there. Jayden and Vince, so we're just going to go over to Robbie and Chris. Robbie's at the table now. Looks like he's on the yellow balls.
Robbie's he's got an opportunity here to clean these out.
Yeah.
A little bit of a tough little finish here. I'm actually surprised he's going this way. I thought he had a nice angle. He managed to land it not too bad. I think he can run through this and just catch a red and leave himself.
Yeah, I think he might have a little bit of angle so that he can just, as you said, run through a little bit to take that other yellow. Oh.
I think they've got one out there.
Yeah, he dropped that one in short. I actually thought that he might have taken the other yellow and then played this yellow now into the centre as his last ball, but he's played that.
It's got a hard.
Listen, I think that potentially the angle, if he hits it to the right side pocket, he can use that red on the rail as a holder, maybe.
I was thinking you're playing into it, just catching it, coming off the rail, and it comes out off the rail.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Leaves the 8 to the left centre.
Yeah, he's got to go into the right-hand side of the pocket.
This is interesting.
Oh, he's gone around, and he's actually, it's not too bad. It's a little bit longer, but I think that Robbie should get this most of the time. He's just got to avoid the centre pocket here. I think I'd be cutting this to the top right pocket, and I'd be with a bit of bottom right, and I'd be pulling it up the table. I think Robbie gets this shot like 8 out of 10 times and everything like that, but these kind of games and that, you know, like you can sometimes think yourself out of it.
For me, I'm going the corner.
It's gone the double. Yep.
Very nice, well done. Another good finish.
Nice double in the end. And the score being 6-3. Yeah. As I said, he's a very confident doubler. I said that just before and everything like that. So both you and I were going the corner, but sometimes people play the corner, sometimes people go, that they like that straighter shot,
I'd prefer to go to an open pocket rather than have the opportunity of a bad bounce off a rail, but confidence. Chris has gone in off in the centre on the right side.
This could be a big turnaround here, and that if Robbie grabs this, because we've got it in off the break, and
yellow's looking pretty yummy.
Yellow's definitely, that red is, those two reds on the right hand side are a bit tricky, but that other red that's down on the rail, and that, you go yellows every day of the week. Is he lining? This is very. Looks like he's lining up reds. He is lining up the reds.
Is he playing this red off the yellow?
Not sure. I think he's going to try to run. He's running through that.
He tried to. I thought that's what he was going to do. And from that range, that's a gutsy shot at 6-3 down. I'm taking yellows there.
Yeah, I'm taking yellows. So.
Thank you, Jody. We actually, this is a great matchup. So 2 really good quality games.
Anyway, we've got Chris might just go for a little safety here, which he has done. And Robbie might just play a little touch on the red and just try not to double hit this or push this. Sean, the umpire, right over it, Sean Lorenz. Thanks very much, Sean, for putting up your hand, umpire. Interesting one, this little one. I think Chris has to go this way it looks like it might be touching, and it must have been just played away from that ball.
Again, guys, the conditions are actually really tough today. In excess of 38 degrees today, really muggy outside, really muggy inside, a big thick concrete building. So tough conditions. Tables have held up really well considering the amount of humidity that's been in the room. Tables haven't seemed to have slowed down too much, so been definitely a tough day for playing pool. Your hand will be quite sticky, that's for sure. Q wouldn't be sliding through it as clean as what you'd be used to, but at the end of the day.
I think Chris's shot here. I think this is a just inner over shot, and then Robbie's stuff both ways. But no, he didn't. I'm surprised that he actually went for that. He's let Robbie go towards the centre with this yellow, and all the yellows can go. I thought he might have cut that one across and bring the white out. Sorry. I'm getting stuffed up with the balls. Excuse me.
He's had a couple of loose shots this frame. Probably a couple of shots you'd play if you were 6-3 up rather than 6-3 down.
Jayden and Vince should be starting again soon, guys. And that, well, they're getting ready. Okay, so he's got some nice easy reds here, and the black looks like it passes to both pockets up the top there.
Yeah, quite comfortably.
Yep. Just this is the ball, and he's on this one fine. Does
he have the angle he needs? Or?
Yeah. I think he just brings this one back. Oh, he's playing through it. Yep. Okay, and we've got Vince breaking on the other table.
Probably would have liked to have come back a little bit more, but you can roll through this and put the
Yeah, try
the
to
red
get.
into the same pocket. Probably just run up to the yellow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I think he wanted a hold on that yellow there, the way that he was trying to cannon into that.
Absolutely, he was just going to nudge into it.
Yeah, I think he just definitely lifted his head as well when he played that shot and everything like that. So he'd be really annoyed.
Then he's got a nice little spread here, and those reds look very young.
Robbie's really got to work hard in that to get this frame and that because he's getting a couple of opportunities here. So. No, he hasn't hit that. But I think he's got a. Chris can hit the red. But I don't know if he can pot it. He might trying a little massé here, maybe. Yeah, he's put a lot of side on that and
tough position. He's put himself in a situation where he's just have to go. He just has to go for it. And there's not really a safety you can play. There's a lot of traffic. Cue ball is definitely going to pick the gap between the yellow and the 8 ball, and also the yellow below that as well. A big chance of it catching the yellow down the bottom, and if that happens.
We've got Vince on the other table here. The black does go to that left-hand centre pocket, but yeah, the reds and that they look like they all go, but it's a matter of just landing on that black. We've got Robbie here, and that with most of these yellows, that yellow that's closest to the red is probably his hard ball. Black's not exactly easy.
Nice shot, very well controlled. And had to make sure he was going to land low on that. Robbie making sure he's got angle to get over to the yellow.
Absolutely, yeah, he's got a really nice angle here. Doesn't have to do too much with the white ball and that, just a little bit of bottom, a little bit of stun, just to get it out over there.
Oh no.
Oh no, and that's a very loose shot there.
He's been missing a lot of key balls.
Does that mess with your mind? The streams are the wrong way around.
I think he's just fallen a little bit short there of his position, I think. Yes, it does.
Yep. So Chris has left himself here with a long black here. You play this with dead weight.
Yeah.
And that's gone a little bit dead. I probably would have played it a little bit softer and that, but I think Robbie takes this yellow near the black first and get that white ball up the table. I think he's got to take this one on. He's got to get this out the way. And if anything, I'd be playing this with a little bit of left-hand side to come back down the left-hand side of the table. If he's worried about not getting it,
just playing it natural.
He's got it easy.
It's gone way too far. We need to hit that a lot less than that.
Can get the snooker here though.
I'm playing for the yellow that he was closest to.
I think,
and then using the two at the top of the table to transition back to
I
the
think
table.
I'm going for the double here, and if I miss the double, I've got the snooker. And that's what he's tried, and he's missed it. If he got that, then he's got the yellow. We've got Chris going across. No, he's changed his mind.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Just do this for a second.
Yep. Jayden here looking like he potentially might go for the snooker here on table 1.
Is that on mute? Okay. Just one.
No, he's gone for the pot there. Yellow does go underneath the red quite easily. Wonder if he breaks into the black. No, he's looking on the other side. He might play this with a touch of right-hand side. We'll see. Oh, and he's left Vince with a tough shot here, and the red definitely does go back, but he's hampered by the cushion. So I think Vince, he either has to play quite high or he jacks up and tries to play it in the centre. But I think that the way he's looking, Vince, here, and that it looks like he's going to play through it and try to get the white up towards that left-hand centre pocket and possibly play the black in the top right corner. Yep, that's the way he's playing with topspin, so that's what it looks like. And that's exactly where the white was going, near that centre pocket. And Chris got that other frame there. Hey Reed, how do you update the score? Chris just got his 7-3. Just getting a little bit of technical help here, guys. I'm just running solo at the moment. Reedy's just, a couple of the guys are having a bit of a break. Jayden with a nice little shot there, dead weight. And these yellows, he should run out here. And that's a good shot. Chris on the Red Bulls. Jayden just plays that through nicely. Easy black in the centre here. Shouldn't miss these. And he pots that nicely. And Jayden moves to 6. Vince on 3. So gets that one back because Vince was getting, starting to get the roll on with the balls and winning a couple of frames. These reds are looking quite all right here for Chris here. And he's got a nice little angle here in that. That red on the left-hand side that you look, that's right in the middle of the table there, does go to the left-hand top pocket, guys. And we've got Mr. Reed joining us.
Yep, we're back on.
Yep, so Chris has actually decided to go across, and now that red that we're talking about easily goes into that pocket. We're talking about Chris here.
Okay, Chris 7-3 up.
Oh no, and that's another shot that Chris will be hopefully not lamenting later on.
What have you noticed, Jeffro, out there tonight? There's a bit of nerves out there in both these matches, or particularly one more than the other?
Oh, absolutely. In that, there's definitely in that both Vince and Robbie, and that they're unbelievable potters, and there's just a couple of they're probably making a few more mistakes than both Jayden and Chris.
Although it's 5-3 up here and 5-4 for Vince he's had a whirl at that, hasn't he? He hasn't got much position here.
Yeah.
So this is where I am here. If I'm on the reds, I'm looking to hide, and I'm just looking to chip balls off and run, say maybe my white down to the bottom rail and try and make him work Jayden for the out, especially when I'm 2 frames behind.
Yep.
Make him earn the win.
and he needs this to go in, and he has got a bit of luck there.
Yeah.
He's quadrupled that one.
So 6-3.
6-3. Sorry guys, we just updated the scores there.
So me and Shannon playing.
I'm the last person to do any of the technical stuff. As I said, I'm just filling in for Jay.
What's going on?
What do you want to do?
That's come out really well on it for Vince there.
I don't know. Anyways.
Just needs. He's having second thoughts here, and that
You just got to run through. You've got to run through here on the red, and then you've got to get down to the back rail. Leave yourself a little bit of angle so that you, if you have to put a little bit of running side on it to get it back in the other middle. You do need some angle. Well, yeah, just run through. He's queuing down, so he's not running.
Looks like he's going to stun it for the red to the left-hand side.
Well, I didn't know it was on.
Yep.
Okay, so it must be on. So I can't tell. I'm looking at the live table.
Yeah. And so now we've got Vince here. Vince should run out here.
And it's a big win if he does run out, because all of a sudden it's one frame.
It's a nice little shot.
Yeah, I don't know. So he's got a bit of angle coming back though. I think
and
he
Chris
does.
has missed this black here.
So it looks like there's a few misses and there's a few opportunities. So if you go back and you have a look at your game and you go, listen, tonight I got beat X amount, I got beat 11-4, but then I've seen here there's misses all over the shop. So
Definitely.
you know, you've got to capitalise on your misses.
Certainly do.
There you go.
And I think
here's Vinny.
And Robbie looks like he's just going to do this little snooker, and Robbie I think's gone too hard with the ball there, much too hard. Robbie's played that probably a good foot too hard.
And Vinny hasn't got on his black, guys. But
I think he'll be doubling that.
Look.
I think he has to double that.
Yeah, he has to double it.
I don't know whether I'll be. And Chris has just got a free shot at the black there. So Chris's lead builds up a little bit more.
You've had a call out, Jeffrey. You've had a call out for a money match.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, his name is Mark Souris or Woofy.
Okay.
He's from Darling Downs.
Okay.
And yes. Wait a sec. Let me just finish this. I'll have a chat in a second. There's been a call out, and he wants to play you at the Tats comp in Toowoomba on the Friday night, where we can do a few money matches on the Friday night, and obviously $1,000 again. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Woofy standard is similar to yours. Yep. No. Good matchup. And
was he the one that played Jay?
Yeah, he was the one that played Jay, and Jay got him. Yep. But he's called you out. He says he'd like to have a crack with you.
Yeah, he does play some good pool on that. He actually
he's very Larry.
He won the he got the most stats, if I'm correct, in the Queensland Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that because I was one frame behind him, and I was equal with a few other. Kyle was up there, and two other people, and that were I think one frame behind. And Jayden's just
Jayden just moved a little bit on the shot.
Yep.
Okay, and even 100 break snooker players. I mean, this is a bloke that's made 2 147s.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris Furner. We all feel the nerves.
Yep.
We all miss shots, and it's what we do about it to come. Here we go. Just want to watch your shot. Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
Yep.
So there's
Vince has got that one. So
6.
Yeah, to get back to you, I'll have a think about that game. So.
Yep. So Woofy, Jeff Gannon will think about that.
Yep. I did play him in one frame in the Queensland Cup competition in the round robin. when Sunshine Coast was playing Darling Downs and that. He was one of the A-grade players, and I was the A-grade player and that for the Sunny Coast. So, yeah, no, it could be a good matchup, but as I said, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But Woofy, I'm pretty sure I know Jeff quite well now, and I'm pretty sure he'll take that game on. But we'll hear definites if he can make Toowoomba, and it works out for him and his family.
What dates are we looking at Toowoomba?
I think it's early. It's sort of Australia Day sort of thing in January.
Yep.
So I've got a good feeling that might happen, but we'll just wait and see on Jeff.
Yeah, and, he plays some really good pool, and that, you know, from what I did, I haven't seen a lot of him and that, but he's a solid player and that. So yeah.
Okay, looks like Chris is. He just seems to be flowing a little bit, Chris.
Yep.
Just sort of.
Boys.
Okay. You know what I found in my game? I was I had to look at myself. I was 8-3 up or 9-3. I'm not sure. One of those. I wanted to get to the finish line.
Yep.
And I felt myself speeding up and missing careless shots like that instead of just making sure of it. And that just comes with a bit of anxiety inside when you're playing these matches. You want to get over the line. You can see the line.
Yep.
But if you're only a couple behind, that lead can get chewed up just like that.
Yeah.
By, you know, not doing the right shots.
Oh, and Robbie's he's missed a pot to the corner.
Bit fortunate.
Yeah, very fortunate. Again, Robbie just looked like he lifted his head and that on that shot.
And I'm just seeing Chris now just swinging the bat.
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you were to, and this is what happens, when you're in front by this, you start just getting loose.
Yeah.
And if you can get your head right when you're down by 5 or 6, and just one frame at a time, that person that's got the lead will start tightening up.
Yeah. Safety there by Vince on the yellows, Jayden on the red balls. Let's see, Robbie does here. Is he potting this? He's gone underneath it. It's a very nice pot.
It's good potter, Robbie.
Yeah, extremely good potter. Very good cueing action.
You're a lovely potter, Jeff. Every time I look over, you're knocking in long balls and you back yourself. Your potting's really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've backed yourself with the tippy-tappy sort of stuff in the world rules, but I think your potting's a strong part of your game as well.
Yeah, it is developing and everything like that. So, for those guys that don't know, and that I'd taken off 12 years off from the game. I probably stopped playing in 2011, I think, and only just starting to play again in April. So.
Yeah. So I've looked over and seen you make some nice long pots.
Yeah.
And you hit it in nice and confidently as well.
Yeah.
Is your game back, Jeff?
I don't know whether it's back. It's hard to say. I think you know, everyone always talks about you know, and you guys and that were giving me a good ramp up about Bloody Berry and that, you know, and that was back in 2007, guys. So long time ago, but the field was extremely strong, you know. Yeah, and then I hadn't made a semi in Ballarat. That was wrong. The other semi that I had made was Empire. Alex Everardis' comp. So, but again, that I think might have been 2008. So, and again, a little bit of a
just hitting him at a touch hard.
Yeah, and Robbie normally nails those shots and everything.
Yeah, but yeah, just a touch hard.
I think in the start of the game, and that Robbie probably gets that, you know. So yeah.
If you just stroke that in and just play it like a controlled shot, just like that, you don't have to do anything with it.
Yep.
You give it more of a chance.
Yeah. But yeah, the game is definitely starting to come along. I've been putting in the hours and everything like that, so I think that with most people, Brett, you would completely agree with this, is that, you know, like you put in the time and you put in the hours and you seem to get a little bit luckier in that, and you seem to start winning a bit more, you know. I would say that's the same in that, you know, for most people generally, and that if you're putting in the table time and everything like, you start getting your wins start increasing, your percentages start, and for the smashers and that, we play out of the Sunshine Coast up here. Yeah, I put together an A grade side. We won we played Windy's, Jay Windross's side in the A grade finals, and we got the win over that, and we were minor premiers, and then played in a 9-ball comp recently, and on the same day we had the doubles and had to play JJ Spinks twice, and I got him twice, and that won 4-3 and then won 4-0 in a 9-ball, and then won doubles, and this is playing on 8-ball tables and everything like that. So yeah,
and it's starting to come along for you.
Yeah, it's starting to come along and everything like that. But I honestly think that I'd just like to see a little bit more transition coming into these money games and that, you know. So Robbie's missed that double there, and I'd say Chris and that, you know, like.
What did you say? You're flying.
I'd say Chris nails this one here and that on Chris and Robbie's table. I haven't really had a look at what's happening with Jayden, but
it's a very makeable one for Chris, and for a snooker player, this is bread and butter.
Now I don't know with this one here, Jayden is just going to play the black long. I don't know whether he can screw back and come off the yellow and straighten off the black. And he's got a little bit lucky there, Chris, and everything like that, but he's left himself with a tough ball.
I don't know why Chris has gone for the bash on that.
Yeah, not sure either. I think that he was trying to stop himself from going from the wide in the centre pocket, but he could still play a little bit of a stun shot. He didn't have to hit that
either
hard.
A stun or just a draggy kind of shot.
Absolutely,
where you don't hit it hard. Here we go, here's Jayden up the rail.
And he's played that really well. And that's just slowly drifted in. These tables do have a little bit of drift in, and that when you play them, you know, that dead weight, you know.
They go towards the pocket. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And mind you, and that he's playing up against the nap there, so the ball has a natural curve into the pocket, and that if you play to the outside jaw when going up the table.
Himself a little tester.
Yeah, he hit a similar shot before and everything like that. The black was a little bit further away from the pocket, but a little bit out, and I kind of backed Chris to actually get this pot based on the one that he shot last. Oh, and it's definitely rattled, and Robbie's got a good chance here.
If you were Robbie, you can't say that you haven't had plenty of opportunities.
Absolutely, and that there's been a few times where both Robbie and even Vince and that have had a couple of opportunities to come back. And he's got that.
If you want your tank top, it's in that bag.
No tank top for me, but I think it's good value tomorrow.
Yeah, so Reedy, I'm just enjoying my pool at the moment. The whole money thing and everything like is a new concept to me.
Yep.
I'm definitely one of those guys that thrives in playing in the team competitions.
Yep.
I think I'm a better team player than probably a singles player. Yep. I hate having my friends and that, you know, like losing and that, you know, like, and you know, knowing that, you know, like if I'd won that game, you know, it meant something to the team. You know, with the money games, it's definitely a new thing, and as I said, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I think, you know, before this, there hasn't been many times that I played, you know, for more than $100, and the whole thing of playing races and everything, it's a whole new concept. What I have been doing up in the Smashers, I've got a Premier Handicap comp where you've got elite plus players like you've got people like Jay Windross and JJ Spinks and everything like that, and if they're playing a lower B grade player, they've got to give them frames a head start, and they're playing races to 13. So I have been playing a lot of races, and that has helped. But mind you, there's no money on the line. So yeah,
good way to up your game is to you know, go to Brizzy and take on a few of the top guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or come down the Gold Coast and take on some guys down there and have a race to 11 for $50.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, it's really good for your game, mate. So maybe think about within your next 1 or 2 matches that you come down. Maybe you come down, you give me a game for $50 or something.
Yeah, definitely.
A little race to 11.
Yep.
You get a lot out of it.
Oh, without a doubt, and that, like there's an old head that's up in the Smashes that everyone knows, Gary Proctor, and Gary's always very much in that, saying to me that, like when you're playing races, you've got to have a little bit of money. He's always believed, just so that that there's a bit of incentive, so that you're definitely like trying to play your best and everything. There's something on the line, whether it's $50, whether it's $100, whatever it might be.
Yeah,
and that,
it's got to sting a little.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it stings a little,
it
makes you hungry.
And I can tell you this right now, and that like it's probably been mentioned and that ages ago, but the likes of a Michael Scarry when he was younger. I played many years in that with Michael Scarry when he was starting off in the early 2000s and late 90s, and Michael used to play against the likes of the Brett Rogers and some of the better Victorian players and everything like that. And to him and that, like he was always learning and that, like whether he might have been losing money in the start, that's how he got better, So, So not just for me, but, challenge yourself and that everyone, regardless of who you might be playing and that you can, I'm sure that most people you'd be playing and that would say, hey, I'm sure, Brett, you would say, hey, Jeff, and that I would have done this differently in that game and that, when you are playing a race, and that's how you learn. That's how you, and I'm a sponge and I can definitely learn and that, and Jay's told me a few things where Jay's gone, I would have done this and done that. So,
Yeah, we're always learning.
Definitely.
Anyway, back to the cricket. And Vinny looks okay here. Oh no, he's just going to roll it over. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
That black's a bit tied up there, so I think he's definitely wanting Jayden and that, to play those yellow balls and at least, open that up a little bit. There's 3 yellows around that black there. And
if I could have some time with Robbie, I'd like some time with Robbie to, I think, just to get a bit of the power out of his game. I think he's trying to hit the ball a little bit too hard, so if he watches this back, I think you just got to caress balls a little bit, instead of just trying to power it into the pocket. The harder you try and hit the ball, the least accurate you'll be.
Yep.
Is a little something.
We've got ball in hand for Vince here.
Yep, straight down the rail, off the red, in the corner.
And I'm pretty sure that black passes to that right pocket as well. And
okay, but he needs to obviously track this other one that's here at the middle. He probably has to
absolutely
stun it in and just leave it where it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's out.
Yep. Just come off the red there nicely. Use the red nicely.
Yeah, nice.
Percentage pull there.
Okay. I'm backing Chris to get this putt.
Yeah, knowing Chris and that, wouldn't be surprised if I don't know if there's a bit of angle, but if he drags into that yellow, he just...
No, that's the cueist he is. He is a cueist.
Yep.
And he has been moving on a few of those shots, but we all did.
Yep. Yeah, that was just straight enough and that, to do what he's just done there. So, and I've played one of those shots myself and that, so I missed a black like that. So here's an opportunity for Robbie here. And this is the time that Robbie potentially has to make a run for it here. Breaks into that one nicely.
Yeah, this is a possible turning point.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it's only 8-4, and all of a sudden it's 8-5. You go out off the snap, the next one it's 8-6.
Yeah.
He goes dry, and the one after that you get 8-7. Well, who's favourite then?
Yeah, that's right. And as we know, pool can change very, very quickly and everything like that. So. That Berry tournament that we were talking about in the quarterfinals in a race to 4, Benny Noonan had me 3. He was 3-0 up, and he had 2 shots on the black, and he missed the black. I won that game. The next game I break and pot out. The next game that he does a dry break, I pot out, and then I break and I pot out in the last game, and suddenly it's 4-3.
Beautiful. Don't you love that?
And so you never know. And like in pool, as I said, it can be a funny game.
This one here, there's some hard work for Jayden.
Yep.
Okay, some hard work. Okay, he's landed straight. You know, like here, you gotta constantly look to try and get angles on shots, and you got to keep looking. Here, we're going for a snooker here from Jayden. Okay, here he goes, and he's just
left
not
him
got
on.
it right. Yep.
The red's a little bit out from the pocket, so the white, he's got to play it in slightly thin. And Robbie's got a little bit lucky, but he's landed dead. Now, knowing Robbie and everything like that, I'd like Robbie and that, to really try to, like double this back towards the black and just play in or over here. Okay, give yourself a bit of confidence here and that if he gets this.
Okay,
I don't know if he
looks like Vinny's.
I don't know if he can face. No, he's gone for the centre pocket.
And it's not a real sensible shot. You got to get balls over the pocket. You want to get your ball in a nice spot, not up in the middle of the table. Vinny's got one back.
Vinny's got one back, and it's 7-5.
7-5, and it's game on, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at that yellow, I think you can snick it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can snick that and run it up and down, and I don't think there's got too much to worry about. Oh, he's hit that. He looks like he was trying to go for a snooker there. I'd say the way that how thick he played that, it didn't look like he was going for the cut. Yeah. And we're 9-4.
Oh, 9-4.
Yeah.
Can you go back to your thingy?
Yeah. And Vince to break on the other table, 7-5. And I don't think he's got one. No, it's a dry break. But he hasn't really left a lot on, I don't think. I'm not sure if that yellow, if he can get through that yellow to the centre, or the yellow goes to that corner pocket. But you've got the yellow that's tied up here with the red and everything like, down the bottom, and that's so it's tricky. Looks like he's going for that corner pocket. And Jayden's played a safety here, and it's a good safety.
So 2 matches you've played now, 2 from 2, is it?
Yeah, 2 from 2. Both I would say were, the first one was against Robbie Kujowski. As I mentioned that in my commentary afterwards, and that I think that got a little bit lucky, just got over the line there. And the game against Ringo and everything like it was head and head, like every time I'd get a 2-frame break and then it would come back, and there was a lot of mistakes and everything like that, but I don't know whether that came down to, just pressure and everything like or conditions, I'm not sure, and that we both had to play under the same conditions, but yeah. As I said, both times, Reedy, if I'm being completely honest with myself, as much as I'm getting the wins and that I don't think that I've been playing my best pool and that, I think Jay's actually seen some of my pool at the Smashes and everything like that, and yeah.
Well, he said you've been playing really well lately.
Yeah, as I said, and the results and that have been there and stuff like that, so.
Hopefully you're back to the best you've ever been.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or close to. You get the work if you put in the yards.
That's right. So. yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful and that to my opponents and all the rest of it. You know, but that's just me being honest. And I think most people on that, when they look back at games, they always go that there's always room for improvement. But for me, and that I've just felt that, yeah, I don't think that I'm close to playing as well as I have been. And Chris here, the Reds all go. So these two shots are probably the this one here. Plays that in with some confidence. You've got to play it over the jaw and all the rest of it, but I think that with a lead like this, Chris plays this quite confidently, and I think that he pots this. And he's got it. And he's on the hill. Score is 10-4.
10-4 next bum. Yeah, so Woofy would be a good game for you, mate.
Yeah,
it's not a massive difference in levels or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, it's probably exactly the same level as your last two opponents. Yeah. But it's good that the guys are challenging people.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Just gone a little bit too far with that.
Good shot, because I think that yellow might pass.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Absolutely. I think that he would have loved to have been on that yellow in the centre, but he can still play it in the corner quite easily.
Okay.
So Robbie on the other table. Like to see Robbie here and that, you know,
win a couple more,
get a little bit more confidence back in that, you know, win or lose. And that Robbie stayed there. His body was, you know, that shot there, and that he didn't move his head and everything like, you know. So
I'd like to see what Robbie win a few.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's definitely had the opportunity to win many.
Yep. And Robbie.
That's all right. You can just roll this in, mate.
Yeah.
Roll that in. It'd be sweet.
Yeah, not exactly where he wanted, because the white does need to travel a little bit now. But I think he just goes underneath it. A little bit close to the black here, but I back Robbie to get this. He's got a really good, nice queuing action and a good touch. I think he cuts this into the centre pocket. On the other table here, it looks like Vince.
Got a good run there. Got a good rub. Robbie picked up one, Nessie. And Vinny might go 7-6 down.
Um,
10 o'clock. Can you just jump in here with Jeff for a sec, please? I know, because they haven't heard from you for ages.
Brent, just be careful with that, won't you? They're like $500 worth of money.
It's a nice shot there by Vince. Just going to have a change of commentary here, and that Brent's going to have another rest. And that, a lot of work that both Brent and Vanessa and also Jay and that have done for this weekend, and that a lot of hours behind the scenes. So thank you very much again, and that to the Reeds. and all the other followers. And I'd also, big shout out as well to Ipswich here and that, to all the staff and the bar managers and behind the scenes that I don't know everyone's names, but Mark Plowman and doing a lot of the tables. So put these together, it takes a lot of time, guys. So thanks again, Vanessa and Brett.
You're welcome. I'll send you the bill later.
What we got going here? Chris and Robbie.
So we've got James Buchanan that's joined us, guys. Welcome, James.
How you going, mate?
We've got Vanessa. We just need the scores updated. The score is Jayden 7, Vince is now 6. Yeah, that's correct. And we've got on the other table, Chris is on the hill, and that. James.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to watch much of these games, unfortunately, but looks like Chris has had a pretty good match. I've seen earlier that Jayden had a bit of a lead, but obviously Vince is using his time that he's had in the sport and starting to crawl back.
Yeah. And Vince is one of those players as well, and that you can't ride him out and everything, like from everything that I've heard about him.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
He's always got that fight in him.
Yep. He's got that experience, and even there with that shot there, and that he's realised that it's no good potting that ball, it's better up the table, and he's had a really good result there with the red going back over that corner pocket there. It's going to be a bit of a scrappy game, and these are the kind of games where, taking ownership of those corner pockets can be really important, especially if you've got two balls there. Like, one ball's no good, but if you've got a couple of balls, it stops you. It's harder for your opponent to, play their ball onto yours and, and take over that pocket when there's two there.
Yeah, most definitely. So they grit down and don't get out of your stride. What's he going here?
Chris is a little bit tricky here, blacks, and then he's got that far red there.
Trying to push it out now. Play cannon.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just trying to open up the game a little bit more. He knows that Robbie's, that yellow on the right hand side doesn't go underneath the red, but also the black and that, being a bit tougher.
Yeah, his red sort of holds up in that, so he's definitely in front of how the table's sitting at the moment.
Yeah, and with his position 10-5, he can afford to do something like this, because
he can sort of throw a shoulder at a bit of a shot and come out.
Don't get me wrong, Robbie can make the out here and that, he potentially might be even able to play off that red on the right hand side.
That's a result.
Yep.
Sure. Chris has too much to look at there. I don't even think he can brush off his red and sink that yellow.
Yep. And this is going to be a long game on the other table there. Jayden playing the yellows. Trying to open it up, and he's actually played quite a good shot to get that second yellow to go over to the right hand pocket there, from where he was.
Oh. Luckily Chris made enough there. Robbie has to try and open that yellow up.
Yeah, I just wonder if he just tries to pot the yellow straight and run in with the white into that yellow and red and try to break it up.
If he gets out of position with the white, he can go back across the table and come back onto it. So, the black's still a bit of trouble.
And this is exactly what I was talking about, this shot here. Yeah, as I was just saying to Reedy and that before, and that, like, with the position of the game, I'd really like to see Robbie and that, get a little bit of confidence, and that hasn't
overworked it.
That hasn't worked out, but I'd like to just see him, whatever the result might be, and there's a slim chance that he might come back and win, but I'd just really like him to get his confidence back and everything like that. I've seen him drop his head, and he's probably not potting as well as he has normally in previous money games.
His last two matches have been phenomenal.
Yeah, and even Reedy and I and that, we've both seen that,
throwing his shoulder out a bit now.
Yeah. Oh, and I tell you what, this could be dangerous. I don't know if he can pot this red that's closest to the white.
Double across the table though and come back.
But if he can pot this, all the reds go.
Not sure how close it is. It might be a push. Even on camera, it's hard to tell how close it is.
Yeah, Sean Lorenz having a close look at that, the umpire. And Vince has tried to pot the red there, a tough pot. I see Jayden just a little snooker here. Would like to get ball in hand. They've gone the double back and that, so that red mustn't have been on there, that closest one.
I think it would have been a push if he went for it.
Yep.
And he's going a big mustang.
Oh, I'd like to see Robbie pot this straight yellow up into this bottom right pocket, and then all he needs to do is he basically needs to just push the white onto the yellow
and kill the other red on the red,
and put the red onto the other red.
Yeah.
And then he snookered on with the black to the red in the centre.
Try and clear his deck.
Yeah. It's always easy when you're sitting up here and that, to call the shots and that, mate. So
it's easy in your head, isn't it?
Yeah. So Jayden's got ball in hand here.
Pardon?
Cutting on the comms.
You're cutting on the comms.
Yeah, so Chris here with a little bit of a sniff here, but the black, as we said, is a little bit tricky.
The double's still always there though, it's pretty close to the rail.
Yeah, that red that's sitting right on the yellow in that top right pocket is still a little bit tricky in that, for Chris. And he looks like he's trying to come around and try to break into it, and he may have got it. Oh, he might have got it.
Just has to get lucky on this kick out.
Yeah, exactly, and that, and being his last red and that, he needs to get a bit of luck.
Yeah, bit of a dig.
Hasn't got anything to fall back on, and it's actually fallen really well for him. So
roll this in, go the double.
That's right.
Fairly natural double. So we did a bottom straight up.
Right. And he's potted that, and that's game over. So well done to Chris.
Well done, Chris.
Bad luck, Robbie, and that I'm sure Robbie will be back in that. And so we're on to this exciting game where Jayden at one stage was nearly had a 4 lead, and Vince has just been slowly working his way back into the frames and that, and I think some of these closed up games and that where the outs haven't been fully there are probably working to Vince's advantage. Good pop there by Vince.
Oh, definitely.
Just that closest red to the white is just that tricky one. Whether it goes underneath that top left yellow. Bad luck, Robbie.
So we've got two tricky reds there. Don't red pass under the yellow?
It looks like I don't know if he's playing this red to the centre or he's going to cut that red that I was just talking about underneath that yellow.
I think it might go under.
Yeah, I think it goes.
If he can hold it to take that second red back to the top right. And then,
I'm not sure. That closest red, I don't know what happens with that after that shot, that's all. So.
Does it go back in under the bottom left corner or top left corner? Definitely gone centre.
And he's going centre.
Push his other red.
And that's come in really nicely, playing against the nap there. So with the nap and that curve back nicely for him. And I don't know whether he can actually play this red into the corner and run into that yellow just and knock that yellow just a little bit out so that he's got the red to the right hand corner. I I don't know if he's got the angle.
You might have to go up table and try and bring the white down near where the black is and play it across table. I'm not sure if he can run into it.
And then he's done that shot
he's
that I
done
was
it
just saying,
lovely.
and I don't know if he's going to hit a cushion. It looks like he's just hit the cushion, the jaw. And that was a really good opportunity there for Vince because it was a straight in red and then he's got the black ball. So
Very unlucky.
we've got Jayden here. Jayden's got a bit of work in that, but you know, like Jayden will be just going, this is great that he's got another opportunity back at the table and that. So it's a bit tricky, that yellow that's sitting on the black and then this yellow there.
No, not yet. Have you got it there, have you?
Yeah.
Brent?
We'll charge some Brett with the money now.
Nice start there by Jayden with a straight pot. For some reason, I've just got a feeling that, you know, like Jayden is going to play he's going to knock the yellow onto the red at some stage and leave the white ball up the table and that, you know, and killing that red.
I think he's going to run this down now and play that rail yellow.
He's breaking
he's dug into it.
Oh, and he's gone in off,
no.
and that's
So he just would have rolled that
Wow.
up and played that under.
yeah. That's a bit unlucky in that there, like
That
yeah.
yellow went under that red.
Yeah. And here we've just got.
Let me just... Hey, Joe, can you resend?
Don't know whether Vince will actually try to pop both of these reds in the one shot, just you know, or not. The red does look like it might be deep enough, but it might be just near the jaw. So he might just play the percentages here. One onto the other, nice and slow.
Still going to hold the white just in case.
There we go. And all he needs to do, he can come through those yellows if he wants to, and that, you know. But I think that he might even pull the white ball out to somewhere where the black's spotted. Oh, and I think he's snookered himself. It's not enough. He's definitely snookered himself here, guys, and everything like that. So he needed to be in at least another 2 to 3 balls more. At least 2 balls more so that he had a full black to go for. Just wondering what he can do here and that. Where, you know, like, this is a tricky shot. I think he has to go up. He's going for the masse. And he's,
massive shot.
and it's a massive shot by Vince there. And now we have 7 all game, guys.
Race to 4.
Big black ball under pressure. And we're having a little bit of a break here and that. So good black ball there, Vince.
Good black ball
finish,
there.
mate.
Very nice.
As Vince just said, if you heard it, guys, on commentary, he fucked himself, excuse the language, but he got out of it, guys, and yeah, really good recovery.
Right, here you go, you two.
Oh, we're on camera.
We've got a couple of ugly heads now on camera here for everyone here, so apologies.
You got to lose all your
Blame,
viewers.
blame Vanessa for that.
You had a good match today, mate?
Yeah, I think we don't want to talk about it too much because I think I've probably spoken a couple of times, but it was a scrappy game, and I think both Ringo said it and also Jay said it. Ringo made a couple more mistakes and I capitalised on it, mate. But yeah, as I said, I don't know whether it's the money that makes it a little bit more, you know, stressful or whatever. I'd hate to say it is. I'd really like to say, but not sure. But conditions, as Jay said, are extremely tough out here. You know, like, you know, I'm melting.
Yeah,
You know, so we've got fans on us now and all the rest of it. But the whole game and that nearly every shot, I was toweling myself down. And as I said, don't want to make excuses and all the rest of it. Both players had to play under the same conditions. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the challenge and everything like that. But as I said, feel that there's a lot more improvement, mate. So
Yeah, definitely. On the tables are running quick.
Certainly very quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
really quick and everything like. I love a quick table and everything like. So should be some really interesting games over the next 2 days. And this is my first time playing in this Reedy's Christmas Cup and everything like. And I think we got 130 runners and did really well with the Calcutta. I think we got up to about $27,000 last night. You know, so
biggest in Australia this year.
yeah. And I think there were some unbelievable steals and that. I don't know how. Whether I'm being a little bit fan favourite for Jay Windross, but Jay Windross's group and that had some really good players in that group, and got Sterlo. I think that was in that group, and I think that group and that I think that like 300 something. I think that group went for and
Windross
everything like
on an individual.
Yeah, no, it wasn't individual. As a group buy and that, I said to Jayden, I said to Jay Windy that. I was surprised that he wasn't in the top 20 and that, like he's recently come back from the Worlds and, for those that have played Jay and that, like he plays some extremely good pool, mate,
Consistent too.
Yeah.
Really good at his fundamentals.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best smashers. I put him up there and that, like with the Shannon Purcells and even though they've been around a lot longer and achieved a lot longer, but in terms of playing ability and queuing and stuff like that, Jay's definitely up there with JJ Spinks and Shannon Purcell. And
Jay's game in the last 2 years has come such a long way. He's put so much time and effort into it, and it's really showing on the table now.
From the time that I used to play, Jay Windross, and he's happy for me to say this and that, but back in Melbourne 12, 13 years ago when I used to play him and everything like, Jay's game has gone leaps and bounds. I think that he's a better player than I've ever played, and that I told a couple of the Victorians and that a couple of months ago, I just said Jay's game is unbelievable. The way that he plays, there was times that I played Jay where you just go, there's no chance that anyone's going to get. There's dead balls everywhere, and Jay plays balls and that on purpose and is knocking out and extracting balls and that beautifully and everything So I think a lot of the pocket series, watching umpiring and that original pocket series, watching those games, but he's good friends with a lot of those guys and that the Delahunties and the Justin Sages and the Rusties and a lot of the Victorian guys as well, and that I think that he definitely would have been playing some of those guys, and when you're playing against those guys you definitely lift, but also when you're watching them you actually just go
pick up on the little things
exactly and that, and watching them hour after hour and minute after minute, like watching those games, and I think he would have learnt lots and that, so yeah.
The good thing about Jay, he really critiques himself a lot when he's playing, and he can really take a step back and go again from it. He's really good at recorrecting himself when he finds a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. But even with some of the other players, and that, like even in the tournament and everything, I know even in my group and that I've got Ash Pilgrim, and Ash Pilgrim's a very dangerous player on his day and that, so
he's doing phenomenal. He's playing in the $20 comp. I think he might be in the final.
So Ash, I think somebody told me ages ago, I think he played World Under 21s and everything like that, so but yeah, Ash
Josh Craze, he won World Under 17s by memory.
Absolutely, so and that top 20 players and that, were extremely good players, and I think there were some extremely good buys out of that, so but the players are coming back on.
Vince for the break, and he's potted a ball.
Yep. So we've got a yellow ball down.
I think he might be going reds here.
And what do you think, James? And that, like with this new rule set versus world rules and that, so everyone's starting to get used to this, ball in hand, one shot rules and that. But what do you think about it? What's your perspective on it?
I love these rules, mate. It's such a more fun format of sport. It's a faster game. Especially if you're like a good queuist and an attacking player, it definitely benefits you. Because back in two shot, the one thing I used to hate was just versus someone that just tapped up and then tapped up and tapped up, and obviously it had a grind to it. But I love these rules.
Yeah,
you can actually dig in and have a go and be punishing. And I reckon one shot ball in hand is probably a bigger advantage than two shots behind the line.
It certainly can be. It certainly can be. So. What was interesting that we had Mick Hill and that doing his exhibition and that up at the Smashers, and he was going all around the country and everything like that. But it was really interesting to hear Mick Hill, who's I think a 16-time world champion and everything like that, say that he thinks that these new rules are actually better off on these Australian tables rather than the Supremes. And the reason he says that is just because of the fact that it's harder down the rails, so you can still play a slight bit of chess in that, like on these tables and everything like, so, and we're just getting, Vince just getting the extension, a little bit difficult queuing here, but, and he's just played this ball nicely and everything like that, right in there behind the yellow. Yeah, like, we've got to change the score, we've got guys and everything like. We've got to make it 7-all and that, So the score, Jayden and Vince is 7-all.
All right, I'll fuck this up for sure.
Not sure if you can highlight. There we go. We've got 7-all now. Apologies for that.
There we go.
Yeah. Funny thing is that I did like the chess aspect with world rules. However, I think, and there's a lot of different comments around the country and all the rest of it and everything like that. But I think that for viewing aspect, in terms of how free flowing the game is, I think it's better for the game. Like we're trying different things and that, to try to make the sport bigger and that, and get more people involved and everything like that. And I think most people have been accepting of it. One of the things and that, that I personally see in that, with this game is that I do like the fact with Queensland, I don't know if all the other states have gone this way, but in Queensland, most of the, as far as I know, nearly every association, from what I've been told, is playing, even with their lower divisions, are playing with this rule set. And I think that's really important, especially for those younger people, and that if they want to have dreams of eventually playing for your state or playing for Australia, the earlier that they can play these rules and that, it's going to be better for them, So,
I'll look at Dinga. He's such a prodigy.
Absolutely.
One of the best juniors that's come out of Australia for a long time, and it's phenomenal here.
Yeah, a little bit tricky this one here and everything like that. He's just got to see if he can land.
So 3 rails.
Yeah.
He try and land in the gap. No, he's loading up a bit.
And he played that shot really loose and lifted, Didn't have a strong bridge hand and that, and he lifted his head, but he's flipped one. He's got a little bit lucky, and he acknowledged it and put his hand out to Vince and said sorry. But that's Paul.
That's cool, mate.
So this is a bit of a tricky one here, and that I'm just wondering that if he actually plays this with a bit of bottom left and comes into this bottom right corner, and the white comes back towards off 2 cushions and goes back towards that red. And no, he's actually got, and he scratched. He was going to come back for the centre pocket there. So Vince here with ball in hand, and as you were just mentioning in that, James, you definitely want ball in hand. In this, if this was world rules and that, you got two shots from the balk, I'd prefer to have 1 shot, and playing this dead ball straight away.
Yeah, with 2 shots, it's easy to run up that ball up the top corner and have it draw and kill it on the rail, and then you got 2 dead balls. So here you can just flick off this and come high.
Yep.
Then you have options to go centre or to go down the bottom corner. Just back yourself in this 1 pot, and it should just be pretty straightforward from there.
Yeah,
lovely.
So with those Supreme tables, I think they're absolutely beautiful to play on and all the rest of it and that, but for me and everything, I just like to have the tables just to be a little bit more challenging, and that's the only reason why I kind of prefer your all-cock style tables and everything for these new international rules. So, yep.
Definitely makes it harder. Took a bit of getting used to playing corners though, and Supremes, how you play the higher draw instead of the lower.
That's right, yeah.
You come back to this, it's complete opposite.
Yeah,
it's so easy to draw everything and spit it out.
Definitely, yeah. So for those that don't know, those Supreme tables, and that if you're hitting the outside jaw and everything like that, they've got a very good chance of going in. A lot of the time when you do hit the cushion, they won't drop. However, I do believe that those ultimate pool series tables are cut a little bit different and a little bit more accepting when they do come off the rail and everything, similar to a 9-ball table. Not as not as much as what a 9-ball table takes, but I think that's just a little bit for entertainment. That's my own personal view. I saw one the other day, I don't know who it was, but somebody played a shot and it seemed like it nearly came off, you know, a third of the way, and that, you know, from the pocket. And it still went in. And here we got Vince here with that in-off, with that that foul from Jayden, and Vince is going to take the lead, I think, for the very first time in the game. And Vince is up now 8-7. So, yeah. Still a lot of pool to be played in this, guys, and everything like that, you know. So this is a race to 11, and that for those that are tuning in, that it does say it there, race to 11. There's no actual maximum time limit for the game, but we are playing under a 45-second shot clock. You do get a warning after 30 seconds that there's 15 seconds remaining, and when there's 5 as well. So yeah. So it makes it a little bit more entertaining. So I know it definitely rushed me with one of my shots and everything like that during the game when I heard a 5-second call and everything, and I wasn't even down on my shot.
Reds are looking lovely here.
But that's a dry break there from Jayden. Haven't really been looking at a lot of the if anyone's writing anything in, guys, and that the laptop's a little bit far from me, but it looks like I'm talking enough crap and everything like that. So apologies for everyone in advance, especially if I've told people that they're on the wrong balls and stuff. And you can see,
lovely shot there.
You see a good confident shot there by Vince and everything like, you know. So, and he's landed really nice on this ball and that, you know, like probably would have liked to have been on the other side of it and that, but I still think that he can actually just play this with, if the yellow doesn't get in the way, he can play this with a little bit of right hand side to come off the cushion and straighten up.
Just roll it in, take the yellow, red down bottom right.
Doesn't have to do a lot, and he does do that
Exactly
that right hand side just to get it a little bit straighter. Just got him, you know, probably another 10 more centimetres closer to the red by doing that. Not a lot of risk in doing it either.
Peel out and get the red under the black. Oh no, He's going around.
And this could be really dangerous here and that, you know, and as we were talking about before you join the commentary, how things can change really quickly in a match. And here, you know, like you've got Vince and that's, you know, like, you know, had a foul, got ball in hand, you know, and potted some balls, and you've got Jayden that's unfortunately had a dry break, and we might have Vince here that probably shouldn't let him back to the table if everything goes right. And he's played that probably a little bit hard, but
the Chinese.
Yeah, this is I still think that with this shot here, I still think that you just play this in or over, because if he covers this pocket and that, the black's very, very hard to pot.
And then you'll be leaving Dinga a long yellow.
Yeah, and those two yellows that are closest to the red and that, you know, not the easiest balls and everything like that, you know. And especially if he covers this pocket, those two yellows, the furthest yellows can't go to this pocket here.
He's got out a bit.
Yeah. So this will be interesting to see what Jayden does, whether he tries to somehow maybe get the white ball up the table to maybe get behind these two yellows up there. I don't know whether he can or not do that. He might go for the double here. And he is going for the double, and it's a nice clean pot. So he's got one of those little iffy yellows, but that one that he's closest to now is a bit of a problem ball. But the good thing, I guess, if he can get onto that problem ball, that black does go to that right-hand pocket.
If he clears this centre ball, it opens up that yellow that his hand's breaking in.
This must be Vince's.
just his queuing is just being hampered in that, like this. But I back Jayden, and looks like he's gonna clean up these yellows first.
See, this is why I don't do cash on the day. This is exactly why. Because I'm too busy to go, who gave me that? I'll go shopping.
So this is interesting here, and as I said, Jayden's got a bit of work to do and everything like, we're tidying up those 2 yellows that are up near the black. Looks like he is going to try to pot these. Oh no.
Oh,
And
I think he got lucky.
I think he's got a result here in that. I don't know whether Vince is going to go for a massé here and everything like that, but it does look like, he hasn't got a lot of choices here. He can hit that red on the right-hand side, but unfortunately there's a good chance the white will go in off. And he
Play across the table, back onto it.
Yeah.
If you think it, you can come across it and go out.
Absolutely, that's definitely an option. Just doesn't want to go underneath that red if he does go across the table. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to go up and down, I'm not sure, but anyway.
Got options either way. I think he's going to.
Time foul. And he's been given a time foul here. So that's the first time foul for the night, guys. Yes, and Jayden here has got ball in hand on the yellows, so this does change things. Sorry? Yeah. So here we are with
Changed the game completely now.
Jayden cleaning up these 2 yellows. And honestly, Jayden being such a good potter as he is, and that you would basically, back him to pot these yellows here. Play for this. He comes off 2 rails and hits that yellow back in the same pocket. A little bit of right-hand side here. Bounces out really nice.
Yeah.
I don't think he does a lot really here, and that I think that he just stuns it off the cushion, out off the cushion, brings it back towards the centre of the table, and that's still good enough. A little bit harder.
Too short, this would be a risky shot. It's easy to scratch up onto that red.
That's right, yeah.
Now you can sort of have a dig and have a go at it.
Yeah.
Back yourself, you've got insurance in all the red. They should just better drop this in and be fine.
And he does.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Step forward. Or use that.
Yep. So we're just having a bit of a chat here, guys, and that, just having a friendly conversation, and just Vince didn't hear the call of 15 seconds. So, and Reedy's just come in here and that, and just asked the umpire to try to communicate, just to be a little bit louder, just letting know the players that, so I know Vince was asking the umpire to come and, touch the table and that, but sometimes that can be a little bit distracting. So I definitely, I heard the 5-second call, but I didn't hear the 15-second call and everything like that, and Vince wasn't even down on his shot, even close to 5 seconds, so. But the score is 8-all. So it's become a very, very interesting game, this, guys, and that. So great to see Jayden and that, playing in his first money game and that, like at this age and everything like that, like he's an unbelievable talent. And we've got a good break here with a red ball potted by Vince. Tough layout though. Yeah, tough layout, definitely is, and that, so I like the yellows a little bit better, even though you've got those cluster. But I think I'm actually changing over to yellows here just because of the fact with those 2 reds on that balk line cushion. And that's what Vince is doing here right now.
Screw back.
Just play this in nicely, screw back probably 6 inches. Yep, that's a nice shot. It's got a little bit of angle here. It's got a little bit of angle here. You can either try to break it. It's a little bit tricky, this shot here, James. So you can either try to pull the white towards the black, or you can try to break into him. And
Fine, a bit of bottom left by the looks of it.
oh, and he's jawed that,
bottom
but
left.
still a lot of work for Jayden and everything like that. He's got that first red over the centre. But if I was, I'd be really trying to clean up those reds on the bottom first, personally. I don't know whether he can get in a little snooker on that bottom red and that, but it's a very tough shot. He's taking that easier one first. And the way that he played, he's played that one, that red must go to the bottom left the way that he's played that. So if he pots this and he's able to get the white down the table, reds are still a possibility. And he's killed the black, unfortunately, with that yellow. He's just had a little bit of a connection. The black still goes to that left-hand centre pocket, but you've got to be precise to get onto it.
On it.
And he's got to get rid of these reds first and everything, you know, like, and use that top left red as a last.
He runs this red off the other red, the closest red, open them both up.
He could do that, like.
It's a risky shot, but the best way of opening them up.
And he is
That's what
going
he's
for that
done,
shot,
yeah,
and it
just
is
like
a
that.
very nice shot. And Vince acknowledges it straight away and says, nice shot to Jayden. This is interesting in that he's on the wrong side of the ball, but I think that he can maybe potentially go underneath the yellow here. Doesn't want to overrun it though, and I think.
Oh, it's jawed.
Yep, he's actually missed that by quite a bit, and that's so.
Half ball.
Yeah, and he'll be a little bit annoyed with himself on that, you know, but because with that cut, he could cut that ball and land on that middle yellow that's up the top there, and use that as a blocker so that he can place the black, you know, that thin cut, and try to use this yellow as a holder. But anyway, let's move on. We can't talk about what could have been. Vince is at the table on yellows. Vince takes this first yellow. Nice confident pot. He may have a angle just to break into the yellow and the black here, and that playing the yellow-yellow combination. And that's what he's tried, but he's missed the pot.
He got the pot.
Oh, did he? Sorry,
Hey,
I
he played
missed
the
it.
cannon.
I forgot about that. I forgot about the yellow. So that's what happens. And that
Yellow
when
was
you-
already in the pocket, you just had to hit it.
Yep. Apologies, guys. There. I'm seeing things. Long day. So with that cannon, didn't get exactly what he wanted, and that wanted that black to be a little bit over, but he's got a chance here to either run into that yellow and push the black out as well, or whether he flicks off the red here. Don't know if he can flick off the red. And he's tried to flick off the red, and I think he's left it all open here. It is a bit of a tight cut, but I think he may be even able to avoid. Looks like he's going to play underneath and into the black here. No, didn't need to. Got through easily. Clean as a whistle here, and I'm 99% sure that that black does go to that top left pocket there. I think it's a bit hard to see from here, guys, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jayden has got 3/4 of a pocket to pot that black into. Might look like half a pocket, but I think he's got a bit more.
Oh, he's overcut it.
He's overcut it, and Jayden's just lifted his body up off that shot again. So, and here we've got Vince with what you would say
Should be in out.
should
Bottom
be
left, top right.
all the yellows go.
Then come up high with the yellow next to the black and just stun off that yellow. And
Doesn't
the
have
black
to do
in the
too
same.
much with this first one. Just doesn't want to be too.
Needs a bit of angle. So
Doesn't
you
want
can
to
get
be too straight.
Yeah.
And I think that he doesn't have a lot of angle and everything here.
If he's straight, he might better even just draw it back and take that to him. Reckon he can punch it?
I think he punches this and everything like that. He punches this, he stuns this, and
Even
gets.
though he can stun it back and just take it to centre.
Yep.
He's got options.
Got to be dead on, and he's got to play this with quite a bit of pace to stun it out. And he's actually
got
played it with top spin,
everything.
and he's played a very nice shot. I think he actually.
Behind in the
I think
game
he's
there,
played
Vince?
that with a bit of top right hand
Marcus
side
says
there
that
to get.
need game 9 for Vince.
What? They're right all, aren't they? I don't think I've missed one.
I thought Dinga got that last one when Vince got the time foul.
Oh, well then they haven't put the score up then.
I think it was 8. He got that 8th frame and that to come back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vince.
Umpires updating the score. That was to get back the time foul. Was to get Jayden back from 7-8 to 8 all. I'm pretty sure, Vanessa. So,
Yeah.
and now we have.
So
Vince.
now Vince is 9.
So Jayden, that looks like he's in a bit of a rush here and everything. I'd like to see Jayden that just calm down, just have a big deep breath and everything like that. I think he's rushed that a little bit. Not trying to be rude. You can see he's a little bit annoyed with that last frame. But he does have an opening ball off the break, a yellow ball, and the Reds look
Nice.
Red looks good. And he's missed
Dug
that
at
ball.
that a bit.
Yeah, and as I said, just that little bit of extra pace on the ball and a little bit rushing and that, and he's missed that.
He does want that shirt. Yes. Have you told him you're wearing his shirt?
Okay.
I'm sexified.
Black's a little bit tricky here in that, James, but the black can be doubled.
He can even be cut.
Yeah, potentially might even be able to cut and that. So, but I'm just wondering what he'll do with this red here. Whether he's going to play this red that's on the cushion, whether he's going to play this down the rail next after this shot. Just slowly plays that in. I don't think he's got the angle to. I don't know whether he can actually.
Come 3 rounds.
Yeah, I don't think he can play the cut now, and I don't think I'm not sure if the double back is there.
No.
It may be just there. It looks like he's looking at that angle now to double it back in the centre, maybe.
I think it passes the yellow and red, does it? Done the double?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Bottom.
Yeah, he's gone for that double back, and he's
got errors on.
accidentally fluked the centre ball that was covering the pocket there, or on the right hand side of that pocket. So it's not bad news completely here for Jayden, that because that red ball that he was playing has actually gone a little bit dead towards the cushion now, and harder for him to pop, but it still can be doubled. Reds are still the better balls here. Jayden will probably be hoping that Vince pots a couple more and opens up a couple of these top pockets, and then potentially gets in a bit of trouble on his last two balls.
Oh.
And Vince has tried to do an extraction there, and he's actually landed really nicely, believe it or not. From where he was with that white ball travelling back and forth, and he's got a little bit of a result here. Still got a bit of work to do with the white here, but
Drop this in and play the cannon, maybe?
yeah, I think he's breaking into these reds. No, I think he's come back potentially. He might be just going for the double here, and then he might play that red in the corner. And that's what he's looking at right now, that second shot, just the red rolling it into the corner.
Oh, yeah, I think it goes in centre, but it's going to be a very fine cut.
So if he kicks into the yellow,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Even if he doesn't kick, he can push through that.
Okay, so
Must go.
this red ball, he's got a very straight shot here, but the red does go easily.
Just run it through.
Yep. It's a toughish black. It is from where he's got to get the white. It's still a little bit of work and everything like that, but I think that I don't know whether that black will cut to the centre pocket or whether the black doubles, but it looks like he's drawing it back potentially maybe for the double.
Yeah, I'll go the double.
And yes, he's playing for the. Looks like he's playing for the double here, guys. So
He could be going the cut. The cut might be there.
the cut could. It's a bit hard to see from where we are, guys, whether the cut does go.
Playing top, so I'm saying he's cutting it. I don't know, I could be wrong again.
He's got the double, and Vince moves in that now to 10. But
Vince is on the hill.
yeah,
It's a great out.
I don't rule Jayden out here and everything like, Jayden's an extremely good potter, but anything can happen, guys. It's a close game. The balls are definitely, Vince is, like playing a little bit of the better ball. As I said, I'd just like Jayden and that, take a deep breath, just kind of compose himself, and, it's very easy to say and that, but we'll see what happens, so
Game's not done yet.
game is not done, and we have Vince to break here. Score is 10-8, race to 11. And
Big break, but dry.
big break, and Jayden will be licking his lips here a little bit, and that, so he's got the choice of the balls. It's not an exactly easy first shot for him, but he's at the table. Yeah, the more I look at this shot, it's a bit tricky. He may be looking at this first red here. That's kind of in the middle of the table. He might be looking at to cut that into the centre pocket potentially. I kind of am leaning a little bit more towards reds more than yellows here, just because of that yellow that's near the red, and also that other yellow that's on that top cushion.
The red under the black? Yeah.
And he's missed that tricky
Overcut
little
it.
pot, and we've still got an open table here. Still a lot of pool to play in this frame, guys. Yep, sorry. Yep.
They'll be able to hear you on there.
Yes. Apologies, guys. Getting a bit excited here I am. So, yeah, no, it's a very close game, and I think what I was just about to say was I think that there's plenty of pull in this. You've got to do some pretty good work in that on the red balls here. And that's a good starting shot. There's a bit of work to do with this to get the white ball with the next shot here. To pot this and to get the white ball back up the table. This is the shot I'm talking about here.
Definitely not.
That red that we're looking at.
Yeah.
That red that we're looking on the top left-hand pocket, James, and that red does just go. You've got to be in perfect position for it to go down that rail, but it does
Even
go.
if you can run off this, come high and go cross to cross, this one's good.
Yep. So, bit of an awkward bridging, and he's just dropped this in dead weight.
Gonna have to cut it.
Yeah, it's a tough
Cut
shot
it
here.
across.
Very hard to control the white ball with this shot here. Yeah.
Massive shot.
That is a big shot by Vince. Still got that red near the black, but I think he has got a little bit of angle, but he needs to put a bit of right hand side. If he plays this plant, he may be able to either break into it, but it looks like he wants to get on the right hand side of it. If he gets to the far right, that red does look like it goes.
Just playing the plant.
And this is what we were talking about, is getting the white over there. It is a very good shot.
A lovely shot. He's got the plant. That'll get in 2 and 1. Oh, his body language is on it.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing here, James, I would say is that he's queuing over the rail, so it's kind of hard to dig in to kind of go under that yellow.
Yeah, you can just come back across, you can dig into it and take in the corner, or just play it soft and then play it in the centre. Whatever you choose.
Oh, he's landed
you can
fat
just
on
do
that.
that.
Wow. A little bit of luck there, guys. A little bit of luck, but this is signed, sealed and delivered, I think, here. Yeah. And we have Vince and that, with the win, and that good comeback there from Vince. Honestly, it's as I mentioned before, it's great to see Jayden having a go, and he's playing against a really experienced veteran there, and that, So I think Jayden will actually come away from this with a lot of positives and everything like that. So yeah. As much as it might not see, and that, I think that this is a good feeling out process, for him, and that being a first game and everything, So probably be the next time that he plays, there'll probably be a lot less nerves, and the cue will flow through a little bit freely. So yeah, but
Close match.
Commiserations to
Definitely could've won
Jayden,
either
very
way.
close game. Yeah.
Stoney, have you ever been to the Gold Coast? He reckons you said that you've never been to the Gold Coast.
So that's pretty much it, guys, and that we've got a lot of pool and that to come over the next couple of days and everything like that. So, but I'll probably hand you back to Reedy and everything, and he can finish off.
Yeah, we'll finish off. Thank you for your time, boys. Good luck in the comps tomorrow.
No
and I'll have a little chat with Jayden after he speaks with his mum. Sorry, mate. Okay. Can you, Jay, am I on? I just want to link up. I'll link up Jayden for a second. Okay, we're on. Some nice matches tonight. Unfortunately, sometimes we've got to, have a chat with the losers of the night, and it's not the greatest place to be. But Jayden, Dinga made a. What can you say about the match?
I got off to a hot start. Played quite fluently at the start, and then maybe took it a little easy, I guess. Concentration dropped. White ball started going in. I started not getting balls off the break. I think main thing was my concentration dropped, and I didn't have as much energy as I started with, and just went downhill from there.
Okay, so when we were talking at the start, and we're just talking about times in the matches and how you feel. Do you feel that if you had a money match, say in a few more months, you'd be a lot better through having that one?
Yeah, definitely. As first experience, I knew it was going to be tough between the middle and the end of the match, and I feel each time I play them, I'm just going to keep improving in that time. So
yeah, mate. We've all had many losses in our life and in pool, and it'll happen for the rest of the years that we play. But if you can just jump back on that horse straight away, and start preparing for your next one, and then go back and have a look at where you went wrong, and then work on that for your next matches. People love watching you play. You're a great little player. I'm looking forward to putting a bit of time in with you as well, just to help you with a few different shots on the pool table. And we'll do a lot of work together in this next year going forward.
lovely.
Good on you, Jayden. It's a pleasure to have you on the thing, and unlucky tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vinny. Okay, we got Vinny in here. He's just got over the line against young Jayden Dinga. What was it? 11? Was it 11-8? You were down in the match for a fair bit.
Yes.
From what I could see, you just weren't your normal grinding self there for a while until you hit a zone.
Yes.
And when you hit that zone, I think you might have gone 8-7 up or 8-6 up, or it might have been 7 all.
Yeah.
But you could see that you started to zone. Tell me a little bit about tonight.
Oh, Dinga is a great player. He didn't miss much earlier. I thought I had to, go on my big games, try to grind the game, as you say. And then I thought I was in trouble with the time foul, sort of give him another boost, but I was lucky enough to get over the line after 3 goals at your money matches. Yeah,
tell the viewers how you felt when you went in that time foul. How did that? Were you after that? Did that hurt your confidence?
No.
Did you just put that to the side after that? Because a lot of people, if they say caught on a time foul, they lose that frame. They've got the shits for the rest of the match, and then they can capitulate.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the old age. It just when that happened, and I thought there's still a couple more games to try to change things around. Just don't worry about that. It must be the old age
just
coming into it.
A heap of experience.
Yes.
Me watching on in the end, I feel Jayden's a very good pool player.
Yep.
He's got a lot to learn in the game,
Yep.
and he'll be a champion.
Of course,
and we all know that. Yep. And because as long as he stays keen,
Yep.
in 5-10 years time, people like you and I won't be able to touch him.
No, they will be untouchable. Those kids.
Those kids will be untouchable.
They're very, very good, and we're lucky we have them.
And we're lucky to have them, and it's nice every now and then to get a win.
Yes, it's nice.
And I think tonight the more experienced player won on the night.
Yeah. Well, I said to the boys, my boys, if Jayden's gonna have to beat me, he's gonna have to smash me. If he can't, then I'll have to,
grind him out.
Grind him out.
That's where I'm sure you've had many sessions with the Kyles and the thingy. I bet you've won a lot of sessions. I'm sure you've won a lot of sessions in the garage doing the grinding, Vince.
Yes,
And
and
they-
they know it too.
And they must hate it.
Well, that's why they keep coming, because they need that experience in their game. They super, borders and that, but you gotta have that in your game.
You've got to have the other style of game.
like yourself,
Thank you. We've all been part of this game for 20, 30 years, and we've learned how to grind and scrap.
Yeah.
And you're one of the best at it.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
it was a pleasure to watch you play tonight, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you, champion.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think that's about it for tonight. The captain of proceedings, Jay Windross, will just finish us off because he wants to have a little say about tomorrow. And thank you from me, Brent Reed, and I can't wait to see a bit of streaming tomorrow and see some matches, and good luck to people that are playing in the comp. And I hope